figure out where to stuff this calculation where it will make sense in the speed script, and then I can voice the speed script, and then that'll take me like fucking an hour to voice.
So I'm thinking of turning in my pre-built PC to upgrade to a new one because I guess like or like they're gonna stop making as much RAM and other stuff, and I feel like I should upgrade my shit now before it gets more expensive later. Anyway, so regarding the Bechtel test, I think Jill would actually fail the Bechtel test because there's no scenes with Jill where there's not a man around.
I,
Uh,
I, I think I think the thing to
no.
go by is that there's not a scene where she doesn't like talk about Clive or try and get on his dick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Although, to be fair, I would not consider a woman trying to sleep with someone as a failure of the Bechdel test, but technically it would be. Yeah, I never my RAM Amelia as well. Yep. Also, hello, Devil. How you doing today?
I'm good. How about you?
Doing pretty good.
That's good. So, yeah, you would consider the builds technically loadouts, and you are building your combos around them because they're just combo extenders. Similar to the breaker system with Nero, although Nero actually has a full functional moveset and has access to all of his specials with the breakers just adding 1 to 2 different moves and then one super. But you're able to use them a lot more than you are Clive's abilities, quote unquote. So loadout build, same thing.
No, it's not. A loadout is not a build.
I mean, it is. You're building your
No,
combos
it's
and
fucking,
ranks.
no, it's
Yeah,
fucking
go
not.
fuck yourself.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's fucking not. Otherwise, you'd be calling every Call of Duty fucking loadout a build.
I mean, a lot of people do though.
No, a build has stuff that actually like affects the stats and actually like sways it in one way or another, play in a certain direction.
Created classes for different weapons and attachments doing different things.
You
I mean,
create, you
the
create.
customized build,
No,
it's your build on.
no. You
Yeah.
put a main gun and a sidearm for the shit that you want to use. That's not a loadout. That's just a loadout. That's not a fucking build.
I mean, with
You're
the
not doing
2019 Modern
you're not
Warfare,
doing
you are literally
you're
building
not
a weapon.
doing you're not doing a specific build to try and get and try to achieve a specific thing. You're doing a specific loadout because you like those weapons.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, even with
No, it's
the
just yes.
loadouts for builds, if you like different RPGs have different builds or whatnot because you like to use
RPGs have different builds because you build them around the stat.
Like by that logic, you would
As shit as it was.
you would call a Monster
Devil.
Hunter build.
Devil, no one plays Monster Hunter. Let me put it to you this way. No, Devil, let me put it to you this way. As shit as it was,
No.
God of War has builds. This has loadouts.
I mean, God of War also, you can pick different stuff for your playstyle that you like.
Yes,
So
you
how
can
do you
load out,
different
and yes, you can load out, and you can build around a specific stat. You can't do that for
The
16.
class system
You can
of Final
choose a
Fantasy is a
loadout.
build.
The whole build that I have Zim with, or the loadout, quote unquote, is built around breaking bosses and enemies really fast and has a lot of CC and
I have that too. I have that too. It's just called Bahamut.
yeah, when he gets Bahamut, the only 2 abilities you want from Bahamut are Impulse and the laser. That's it.
I know. That's all he'll ever
Did you-
use. He'll
Did you
literally
chain
turn into me
lightning?
when I did
The
my
lightning
playthrough.
effect with it?
He'll literally just turn into me when I did my playthrough. Because those are the only 2 abilities worth anything after you get Bahamut.
Also, speaking of which,
Yeah, because Bahamut's satellite sucks.
how dare you? But speaking of which, Devil, yeah, the combo's working pretty well. Yeah, damage is pretty substantial. Oh,
But yeah,
and,
once you get Bahamut, what you want to do is respec. You want to master Lightning Rod and Will o' the Wisp, or actually just master Will o' the Wisp, keep Garuda, throw Will o' the Wisp on Garuda with the Whirlwind Uprising or whatever it's called. It's where Clive carries the enemies up with him, and then you want Lightning Rod on that on Garuda. And then for Ramu, just keep him because he's going to be able to do the other thing with the circle. Or
I hated Ramu's moveset. It was too slow and it left you too vulnerable.
I agree with that. I don't like Titan really either. Odin.
Titan is good when you have the charge ability and when you have the basically the stand rush. Those are the only two good ones.
Out of Titan's charge abilities, and the shortcut to do them get the max damage each time.
Yeah, you do it during a precision dodge.
No, do it for the upheaval. Do it in midair. It will automatically redline each time.
Damn, Leon's awake right now?
Yeah. The doggo woke him up. And now the dog's asleep, snoring.
Does the dog like him?
Yes.
That's good.
He likes the doggo too.
Oh, the child is here again? Yeah, whenever Devil's gonna be around, more than likely a child will be joining him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you this, chap, but it's going to be around for the next 18 years. I don't know.
Wait, Devil's baby is named Leon? Yes, but it's not a Resident Evil reference.
No.
It's just a...
Don't worry. He couldn't stress that. Don't worry. He couldn't stress that enough to us.
Yeah. No, you do. Well, possibly. Is that a wisdom tooth coming in?
You know, now I think about it, I don't think I ever had my wisdom tooth extracted.
I had to have 2 of mine. Working on the other 2. Mine's just pressure in the jaw, which is it sucks.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, I can't pick up items until I'm done fighting. Are you kidding me?
Nope.
All I'm gonna say is that Noctis could do that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, that's why it's 16. It has to give you something to look forward to from 15. And just walk up to the crystal, and everything should die.
That's actually wild. What a good build!
Nah, you know what's actually like really wild is the fact of like, you know how it took E3 to basically like do that physical stuff to Titan Lost?
Yeah.
From the showings of what Noctis does when he fights Titan himself, he could probably just do it himself.
So,
Yeah.
I did find out Clive gets bodied by teleportation and instantaneous movement speed because Typhoon even speed blitzes him.
I'm actually gonna say for the record that there was a point in one of the boss fights where Clive is able to react to someone teleporting, but that'd probably be more of a prediction feat rather than like a speed feat.
He reacts to Typhoon one time throughout the entire fight. You get a precision dodge. After that, it becomes Typhoon just kind of bullying him a little bit on the speed.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Until Clive's able to pin him down with the fire.
Only the usual.
I'm almost to Typhoon, so I'll be able to get that one statement from the active lore.
Nice.
You'll do fine.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because it's Typhoon the Transgressor.
Success means became a physica to help. Curse breakers lead hard life. They toil in the shadows, and yet
So we have the Typhoon, instantaneous movement speed,
its name.
blitzing Clive. We have Ultima's speed feats also at Classic Clive.
What little medicine.
And Clive does show with each transformation of Ifrit that he gets fatigued, and Joshua mentions it as well. That when an ever dominant primes into their icon, right after they exit the form, they will be super fatigued.
The fact that Clive literally was fucking exhausted after fighting Titan, and it wasn't even that long of a fight, is actually just wild. That Bal just ignored that. But it's okay though, because Dante's healing factor, which never has any signs of actually being less effective, yeah, that's stamina
Hang on,
focus.
what did they ignore? What did they ignore?
Oh, well, in
Every time primes, he becomes super fatigued.
Never asked anyone to take a risk for his cause.
No matter how short the fight is, no matter how long the fight goes on, what he does in the fight, he is always fatigued after priming into E-Free.
I knew there'd be pain.
Yeah.
That I might not, and I would never be able to call myself Sid. We all want our brands removed.
You guys still there?
Yeah, we're still here. I just realized that it never occurred to me that the way they remove the brand is by like just peeling off the skin.
Yeah, they like basically burn it off.
Well, they basically skin you. They basically just take that part off.
Oh, and yeah, the reason why Gav was not able to open that eye is because of the cut and how deep it was. I went back and rewatched the cutscene.
All right.
So, what did you think of Sid telling Clive that there's just 8 dominants
Well, no,
or 8 icons?
Well, no. I knew there were 8 dominants, but so what I was hoping is that Sid would have said like a statement more direct that like the 8 dominants are meant to keep the others like each other in check.
Well, yeah, they
talks
uphold
about
the law.
yes, but that's based on what the religious text says. That's not specifically like his own experience or something like that.
Well, he stated the religious text states this, and I'm not one for religion, but that part's true.
I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal.
Hang on. This fucker's asking about Torgal.
Where did you get him?
Yep. They're trying to figure out why he's able to prime.
I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frost wolf.
I heard that, young.
As guardian
We
ancient
possibly go to sleep.
Now,
So I can get a little bit of sleep before I go to the errands in the morning.
but a girl from the Northern Territory, one
I don't know.
awakens as the
It's a nose. Yeah, it's a smile.
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. Just when his master.
You're right. If you
quite. His latent birth, it had only.
get
And regarding your original, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just slightly more.
Well, Torgal stealing his master's powers.
I've been looking everywhere. I need you to introduce us.
And
So-
there's Mid. The hell is going on? Oh, I see. They're cutting wood. But yeah, no. So PC gaming's gonna get a lot more expensive. Honestly, if you guys have the spare cash, now might be the right time to like upgrade.
It is.
So why is it going to be more expensive?
AI.
Oh, lovely.
Then I look forward to it.
Dude, I don't even know what AI even does. Like, how is it supposed to make money?
So the fucked up thing is we've always had AI. It's just now they're
Now that that's settled.
coining it,
I wonder
the
if
term and whatnot, because remember like CPUs and all that shit, like facing against it. Like we called it the computer.
Well, no, like I understand there's some usefulness to AI as a concept. Like, oh, it can find information faster. It can do this and this and this. But like, how does it make you money? Because there's a massive AI bubble building up, and it's like, how are you supposed to find like what's the end goal for AI? What happens?
To take all of the work away from us.
Well, no, because if they did that,
Well,
we would already be
no.
happy.
Largely, we have myriad sightings.
I mean,
Because that's-
it's-
Because that's not how that works. If AI takes all the work away, then they'll have to find a way to subsidize all the people who can't find jobs.
that's literally like a world problem.
Well, no, the world problem is going
It's
to be no, Devil. The world problem is going to be all these countries investing in the AI, solely in the AI, and then when the AI bubble pops, those economies are going to go down the toilet.
Yep. Remind me, I need to buy some gold later. We have a guest. Someone is trying to come into my house.
Who is it? Your brother? You're being robbed.
Protect your chastity.
Wait.
Yeah, it's Uncle Byron.
Oh, that's weird. I thought. No, that's weird. I thought you meet him at a different point.
No, you've already done the Jill and you go through Rosaria and all that, right?
No, we
Yeah,
haven't
you.
had. Well, oh, you know what?
You
Yeah,
skipped the
probably.
cutscene.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah,
probably skipped the cutscene. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The Dalmekian government
yeah, you've been skipping a lot of them.
Speaking of
Oh,
skipping
and Clyde's been
cutscenes.
having issues priming into Ifrit this entire time. He
Yeah,
can't.
I was gonna say, where was the cutscene of getting Uncle Byron? But no, yeah, he gives us the ship to go to the crystal.
Uncle Byron doing here?
Yep.
Only one way to find out.
The little ones have been up to just one thing after another around here.
More than likely, also regarding pro tag swaps, there might be a Final Fantasy special, but we'll see which characters end up being used. We'll try to do singular games for them.
Swap Noctis and Clyde.
No, it's not fair to Clive.
My dear nephew.
Or, I
Let's
mean,
be-
Lightning and Clyde.
How did you find
No, let's be very fair. It doesn't matter what protagonist you swap Clive with, he's not making it through the entire fucking game. He just doesn't scale to where all of them do.
I mean, if we go with like the concessions we gave, like, well, actually, no. How did we do? Oh,
the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate?
Did you do Equalize and it just came down to hacks?
no. I don't think. No, I think the way Mangler said it, and Mangler's gonna watch this later and fucking kill me. The way Mangler said it was basically.
Add it to my nephew's coffers, would you?
Gav's fucking voice crack. But no. So the way it works is like you basically give the core stats to the character, so that way they have a chance of clearing it.
Fleet sailing south past Port Isolde.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kopko withdrew wounded from Rosalith. What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of coming,
Okay, it looks like we'll be able to start the Kupka mission. We probably won't get to the fight this stream, because this is gonna be a shorter stream. But yeah.
You're not going to be able to fight at all.
So hopefully we'll be able to prep for the next time.
Because you got to go through the entire desert to get to Kupka. Because you're attacking him on his own.
and you.
This is so annoying. I thought I had speed done, but because I went back and I grabbed something and I
But as they
did like a bit of calculation. Fuck. I don't know where to put this new information into a finished script. Have you ever had that problem?
Send it my way.
Yeah, I have.
Because it's just the start. If I can get the start of it done, because it's only for season, it only needs to be slotted in for season 1, and then I can slot in the calculations for the rest.
Let me do a quick save. I know the game has a decent autosave system, but I just want to be sure.
Oh, the autosave system's fucking annoying.
Though I will say the AEP section is nowhere near as long as I thought it was going to be. It's only going to be about 12.5 minutes so far without any of the additional footage, which is really, really good.
You ask for Rosina, an old associate of Sid's, and only Sid. We've heard nothing from him since he died.
So, what about...
Don't look so worried.
Thank fuck for that.
You can count on.
Oh, fucking Gav.
All right, Uncle. We shall.
But yeah, no, I wasn't gonna say. Yeah, but it'll be single player adventures. I mean, if we give Clive the AP and just assume like, because I don't think there's very many passive hacks in Final Fantasy the way like DMC has that issue.
No, but there's a ton of active hacks.
Yeah, like there's obviously like time stops, shit like that, slow stuff of that nature. But that's a little easier to manage than like I stepped into a room and now my soul's been obliterated.
Demonic power, Gilbert.
So Devil, it's the stuff that the stuff I'm trying to slot in is where the highlighted Battle Brawlers thing is, because that's the stuff that I did today at work.
All right, I'll take a look at it. Have you sent it to me?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Sorry for the background.
The trading post it is.
You know, considering Byron didn't know that any of his nephews were alive for, I want to say, what, like 20 years? Definitely came right into the spirit of it right away. Because, so Clive's kingdom falls when he's like 10. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there's like a time frame, isn't it? It's in 15 years?
13 years. 13 years, and then it's about another year, so about 14, 15 years before Byron even finds out that his two nephews are alive.
No. Because there's wait, is that including the 5-year time gap or no?
Does that include Joshua, or is that a surprise when you see Joshua like 5 years later?
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. It'd be more than that because you don't meet. Do you meet Byron before Clive becomes Sid?
No, you meet him after. So yeah, there's a 5-year time gap in between there because I guess no one decided to tell their uncle, "Hey man, we're alive."
Someone didn't decide to tell their brother either.
It's okay. Joshua was busy just leading his friend on the whole time, so he had an excuse to not be there. But yeah, more than likely 15 would probably be the best bet to put Clive through.
I wonder how many times he's had to introduce her. I wonder how many times he's had to introduce her to people and it's just like, this is my platonic friend.
This is my caretaker.
This is my strictly platonic friend, and nothing more, and you can just see her dying on the inside.
What's she to you? Well, she's kind of like a sister.
Giving him the Nero complex.
You could just feel her, like in the back of her head, she's thinking, yeah, you treat me just as badly as you would treat a sibling.
Oh no, I think he treats her better. At least she knows he exists.
No. hang on. If she's basically supposed to be his like shield for the time being, where's her Phoenix powers?
No, actually, she's mainly like just his caretaker.
She is literally there for emotional support and nothing else.
Emotional support and to carry him if he falls, as well as dress his wounds and heal him.
So, is her relationship ever expanded upon in the side material, or is she just fucking there for the sake of being there?
Yeah, you actually have to in the Phoenix Heal Thyself. It's revealed quite a bit. Like Joshua does care for her, but at the same time, he's like, I'm dying. I don't want to get too close to anybody because I'm dying for me taking ultimate into myself. It's killing me.
You could have given her 5 good years, you fucking selfish bastard.
I do care about her like a pet.
I am actually very surprised that like Joshua managed to avoid the god complex that the other dominants seem to have.
I mean, how could he have a god complex? He got his shit rocked.
No. Look, you don't need a god complex when you're the king of gaslighting.
Oh no, but that's just such a funny thought. Josh was like, "Yeah, I'm tough shit." The first time he transforms into the Phoenix, no, you're not.
God, the more you think about 16's story, the more of an asshole Joshua is.
The problem is that Josh was just selfish.
Well,
And that-
the problem, the problem is that like this reverberates to Clive not feeling like a human, because he's not angry, upset, or curious to why his brother just never decided to come and tell him that he's alive for 20 years. Because as far as Clive is concerned, as long as Ultima didn't try and fuck with Clive for a long time, Joshua was content with Clive thinking that he killed him.
Yep.
Well, Clive holds on to the Phoenix Feather and states in one of the side missions that he knows Joshua's out there.
Well, yeah, but
And
that's after he takes Ultima.
oh yeah, but see, Joshua could have fucking talked to Clive when
At
they were
any
at
point, at any
because
point,
it was confirmed to
he
Joshua
also,
that
he also
Clive
could have rescued his brother from
was
captivity.
there. He didn't know.
Bullshit! He kept tabs on his brother the entire fucking time.
So, can I just say I always find it weird that
You can't,
characters...
hang on. You can't make that assessment because Joshua knows about Ultima and he knows that Ultima wants Clive. And all he's ever done is kept tabs on Clive the entire fucking time. This would include his imprisonment.
Well, actually, he puts two and two together. The Ultima's after Clive goes into the Phoenix Gate. And he feels Ultima's presence as well as Clive's. Because Joshua was there to find answers against Ultima. But he felt Ultima's presence, and then he felt Clive's.
And he didn't talk to his brother. Why?
I don't know. He rushes off screen as fast as he becomes available. Like I said, I literally just had to rewatch all 26 hours of cutscenes, and I'm only 6 hours into it.
You know what would really have cemented him as having like a solid character? Is if the reason why he didn't talk to his brother, even though he was keeping an eye on him, is if he harbored some like deep resentment as a child for getting his shit kicked in when they had the Icon fight, even if it was like subconscious.
The Undying is what brought and healed Joshua. They like brought him back from the brink of death.
No, that's what I mean. What I mean is like the reason why he never tries to find or tell his brother that he's still alive is that he still holds some resentment and he kind of likes the idea that his brother is torturing himself, because that would be a good way to write a character.
You know, can I just
Or,
say,
Joshua
I
being
always find it weird
scared
people don't
that
like Uncle
Clive
Bernie.
isn't in control of his own body.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
Well,
Or at any moment, Clive could just, succumb to Ultima, and then he's getting his shit rocked again.
maybe if Clive had more of a spine, that wouldn't happen.
I mean, judging by the will stuff, with the Typhoon fight and all that, Ultima's just testing him.
Bro, Ultima was literally going to take his body. The test was to see if it was working. Joshua literally has to step in and... No. Sid has to step in and save Clive.
Yeah, do you like how Ultima's, like, cracking his neck where Sid cut him before?
Yeah.
Well, do you like how much of a boring villain Ultima is, even though that they tried to do the overarching like mastermind archetype, but they did it all fucking wrong to the point where he's such a boring fucking villain that you don't care.
Yeah.
Ultima is...
Glad.
Oh, wrong move.
Dude.
Wrong move. Are they still alive? Yeah, they're still alive.
It's a competition between Ultima and Sephiroth to see who has less fucking charisma.
Remember, Zim, you can control where that thing's at.
Yeah, I just moved it.
There you go.
That's all I was worried about. But yeah, no. Like for sure, fucking putting Clive in 15 would probably be one of his better bets, since 15 doesn't have that many crazy hacks besides Arden. But Arden's a hard cap to clear.
Well, how would he even deal with the demons? Because they are just the pure Star Scourge as well.
Yes, but they can be killed with weapons and by combat.
Yeah,
Granted, once
yeah,
it
they
gets
can be
full of
killed.
dark.
They can be killed, but they can also corrupt.
Yes, but they don't. So they don't corrupt the way like other things do. You basically have to be directly infected by it, and we're
The
never really
physical
shown
fighter,
how that happens.
the physical fighter that's going to be in close proximity that has no resistance to anything whatsoever.
I
They're just going
mean,
to walk on corruption. Willpower.
Ariana's a demon hunter, and she has no resistances to it, and she becomes a demon in the time skip. So you can fight them. Granted, if Clive gets surrounded by a bunch of them and miasma to death over time, maybe. The issue is that we know that Arden can just turn people into demons flat out, but Arden can literally just infuse you with the miasma.
Just have him be free and be heavily exhausted after it.
What if Arden, just to be shitty, just it takes Clive under his control because he has a version of Ifrit, and he's just like, that Ifrit's now my Ifrit.
Oh no, I 100% believe Arden would 100% just take Clive under his control. Because even if you believe Clive's not that strong,
And yet, even then, I had more good sense than a man. But enough.
Go ahead.
Arden. Well, sorry. It's because I was trying to see if I skipped cuts here or not. No, Clive is an incredibly useful. Like, if you could amplify him and keep him as like a weapon, he would be incredibly useful, especially in 15, since he would have access to all of the icons.
Yeah, see, Sid makes that same point. That the dominants are just weapons. They're the tool of the Kingdom's arsenal.
Because they are.
Oh, and Titan does prime outside the Deadland area.
Yeah, as I suspected.
And then he just causes the side to collapse.
Yeah, which makes the most sense. Because again, the game tells you flat out that they can't prime in the Deadlands areas.
Do you have a moment?
We'll just skip the cutscene. Yeah, no, but like if you could turn Clive into like a fucking like an amplified soldier, like he would probably be one of the better weapons you could have.
And then you also have to think, are we giving Noctis his full party and then Clive his full party?
We can give Clive his full party. 15 is a party game. There's nothing wrong with that.
They'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Or do you want to give Clive access to Noctis's party and just swap the characters to see how they would interact with the teams?
So okay, so who's going through the trial of Gilgamesh?
Dion.
No, did you say Dion?
Yeah.
So I mean, we could like give him a party to work with, but
What devil? So Gilgamesh can stand there and say, I've never cut a fruit before.
Hang on, did I?
Well, he's the more like, well, no, Barnabas would be the more warrior one, but can't use him. He's not part of the party.
Hang on. Yeah, no, I mean, I guess we could give him a party where it would be Dion, Jill, the Phoenix, and Clive.
Torgal.
If we're giving him Torgal, he loses Dion.
What?
Care to explain? My boy. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry.
Dion's literally part of the party, though, with Torgal. In one fight. And then after that, you just take Dion and Joshua and go fight God.
Under those rules, you might as well just give him Sid too.
Actually,
I mean,
no, because so there are sections of 15 where
No, Zim, hear me out. Fair's fair. Because if they get Sid and Dion and Torgal, then Noctis also gets Ariana and
Kyle, they have to fit in the car.
Ariana can fly. She's a fucking dragoon.
Kyle, they have to fit in the car. Those are the rules.
I've played the game where you can stuff Ariana in the car, or she just runs behind.
Kyle, we're not gonna make the only female fighter in the game run chasing our car the whole time. Now, what would more than likely happen is we would give Clive the allies as they pop up in the game. So like when Core shows up, we would give Sid in that section, and then like vice versa if we were to do that 15, just transition the characters.
God, if those two met, they would vibe so fucking hard.
Oh, 100%.
You know what's funny is that, from what I understand, I think the only one of the party who would like genuinely probably get along with Clive, like what, maybe Prompto, because he has the personality for it.
Well, because his personality is just I want to be friends with everybody.
Yeah, Ignis would be indifferent at best, and Gladio would find him fucking insufferably boring.
If we were to not swap the parties around and just the main character, that would be fucking...
Dude, you know Gladio would literally tell him to get the stick out of his ass and crack a smile.
Yeah. No, Gladio would not let that slide. And Noctis? I mean, you can literally just have Noctis be in the events. Noctis already got fucking BFR'd in his own fucking game.
And then everyone realized, wow, he's Clive but better because he actually smiles and he actually wants to be friends with people and he actually has a personality.
That could be a fun scenario to write. But I'll say, with that in between those two, and the problem is that like fucking I can't shove fucking Clive anywhere else because I'm fairly confident the other ones are just not as good. How would Noctis be around Clive? I think Noctis would actually be fine with Clive. I think Noctis would understand Clive's position, but he probably, if he would have an issue with Clive's personality about being like a fucking wet brick, he probably wouldn't say anything about it. Hang on. Because Noctis is a lot more understanding of a person than I guess more people would want to admit. But Noctis also understands like to not talk all that often. Because if you actually pay attention to Noctis, he kind of avoids wanting to talk to people. It's one of the things he kind of opens up as the game goes on. I'm actually pretty sure they get along. But to be fair, I think most Final Fantasy protagonists would get along, which Dissidia basically confirms. All the protagonists and their friends get along fairly well with each other.
Yeah, I'm curious how the new one's going to go with the mobile, as Clive is featured in that one.
Well, it's not even connected to the original Dissidia, so we'll see.
Oh, then that's good. Means no back scaling for him. So, might make a little bit more sense. And if it's a standalone, then it's going to be non-canon to the rest of the Dissidia. So it'd be a separate Clive key. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and go. He just fell asleep, so I'm going to go ahead and get some sleep myself.
Alright, take care,
If you
mate.
guys need anything clipped or whatnot, let me know. I'll grab them.
Sounds good, mate. Because I was going to say, I would like to throw 3 protagonists into a protag swap, because that tends to be a little more like, freaking content for me. But the issue is that I don't know who the third protagonist would be and what the third game would be to throw around in there. Because, like, I would want a single game, but at the same time, the only other party game I can think of would, like, I would just be going freaking in the Strangers of Paradise with one of them.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
And they do have about the same size of parties, so that's actually not the worst idea if I were to do a third one. But I would... I don't even know where I would put fucking which one I would give Jack. I don't. Actually, here's something interesting. What if we had Arden and Valtisha Curse and all? But is that what you call the? Is that what you call this area? Is that the name of the continent?
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal. How many times do I have to tell you?
I was gonna say, like, is that the name of Final Fantasy 16's
We
world?
should get going soon. Do you have water?
What do you want? Directions?
Dang, look at all the salt.
What is it, Luke?
A question. Where is it that
To Drake's Fang.
Then Drake's Fang is Zelmeki and Walut are allies, but no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a.
Not by choice.
And there's more. I fear there may be more trouble. If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then I've lost one Cid already.
I don't plan on dying.
Well,
So how badly would Arden fuck this world up? Actually, considering how decay works, he might actually save it.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
The weirdest part about Final Fantasy 16 is that it feels like it wants to be an open world game, but it doesn't commit to the bit, so it's never really open world.
now we can press on.
Like, there's so many areas you can see, but you can't walk over them. Okay, so to be as perfectly honest, Arden would probably immediately try and get rid of Ultima and the crystals. And his miasma would probably prevent the land from dying as hard as it currently is, because it would just be another source of magic they could call upon. Granted, it would still kill everybody, but like, the land probably wouldn't be as blighted as badly, ironically enough. Like, it's worth mentioning, when Arden takes...
Spring, which provides the water for the Dalimil Inn's famous healing baths.
What was this?
I wouldn't mind having a dip myself.
Like, when Arden takes over the planet, basically, only the light turns off and demons appear. But to be honest, that's also the other problem, is that once the... Because... well, I guess it depends on what version of Arden, because if we're just going with Arden earlier on, where he hasn't spread the darkness all over the planet, and go with like a weaker Arden, he would be less of a threat, but honestly, he'd probably just start corrupting the icons and taking them with him. Also, there's a good chance they wouldn't be able to burn themselves out anymore under the miasma. Especially since in Final Fantasy 15, if I remember correctly, you can be petrified, and you can just break out petrification. Granted, I don't think it's fair to say they get petrified normally in 16. Well, Arden doesn't like gods. So, what would more than likely happen is once Arden finds out about Ultima, he would try and kill Ultima as quickly as possible.
Cuckoo will be hiding inside.
And so then it would be a game of Ultima trying to kill
Goodness knows
Arden.
how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will. Uncle.
Can I just say I don't really know why people don't like his uncle? His uncle seems like a chill guy.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am.
And failing miserably, lol.
And I'm sorry.
The best argument you could make is that like Arden wouldn't be able to infect Ultima,
This area is yours by right.
but Arden can affect the soul. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. So then we've actually managed to unlock. As far as I know, Drake's Fang is gonna take us straight into the boss fight. I could be wrong about that. No. There's a whole mission to end the boss fight, I think. We're not gonna be able to get to the boss today, but for sure we'll be able to go a little further. But no, yeah, there's no reason Arden shouldn't be able to affect Ultima, since Arden can affect the soul with his miasma. You know, I wonder if they can just restore limbs on their own. Also, keep in mind that Kupko with his power drained is still weakened.
Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead.
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust.
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough. And
So the game says Clive would have won that fight, but to be honest with you, I'm fairly confident Kupka still had a good chance at that point. Clive was pretty exhausted.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak. But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope.
That being said, I don't really see any of the icons giving any trouble to Noctis.
Tell me,
Especially if, like, we give him his King of Kings form.
please. I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A mother crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo?
The problem is that every character in 16 is so easily manipulated.
Stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did.
This man was so easily manipulated. But to be fair, this is the only way he could fight Clive at this point.
My love. I'll avenge you.
I don't remember Benedicta actually going to a Mother Crystal, though.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light.
This is where I disagree with the whole will thing for icons, because you can see at this point that Hugo has no real will of his own. He's basically walking around like a zombie.
Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
All right, so it looks like next time we'll be fighting Titan. It looks like. So according to Devil, he was able to beat the Titan boss fight in 15 minutes. Because Death Battle argued the tens of minutes on the idea of the Titan fight. Because it's the only fight that lasts that long in icon form. It has to be the one they used. But if you can beat the fight in a quick enough time frame, then like I'd have to like just tell them they're wrong on that one. Which I mean, granted, you could already just argue they're wrong because they have no time frame.
The time frame they'll be using would be Titan Lost.
Well, no, it had to be the whole fight because at the start of the Titan fight, you're in your prime form, and then you go into Titan Lost, and then you fight Titan at the very end of the Titan Lost fight.
These are two different Titan fights because you haven't chopped off his arms yet.
No, his arms are gone. Or do you mean his arm? No, so his arms as the normal person are gone. I've chopped them off. This is going to lead to the icon fight.
So you've seen the one where he gets tired and you can knock him out of his form.
Well, but he's not primed at that point. He's semi-primed. You mean the first fight, right?
Yes.
Then yeah, no, we've done the first fight.
The one where Clive actually shows them personality and he actually fires up for the only person who seems to have wronged him, not his mother, not Joshua, not Ultima. What do you think when you saw that again?
It's just wild to me how fucking much he fucking just has such a bone to pick with him. It's just fucking wild. Oh, that's great. But no, yeah. So yeah, next time we're here, we'll be fighting Titan. I probably will stream the Titan fight just because I'm gonna have a lot to say during that fight. But I told you this guy's going to be a short stream. So next time we'll pick it up and we'll hopefully finish off the Titan portion of the game. And then after Titan, the game goes by, what, would you say relatively quickly?
Fuck no.
Oh, so actually, before I forget, have you seen the new Star Rail character?
No.
Apparently they gave her Zenless Zone Zero jiggle physics.
Nice.
Alright, but so with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day, and I'll see you guys on next stream or video. There's going to be a pause on the Warhammer Thursday streams. I'll probably make a post talking about it later, but yeah, so don't expect any Warhammer streams today. So yeah.